If you're a woman in a position of power, you're a CEO, a director, a head, a strategic lead, you have access to decision making, culture shaping, policy setting, conversations within your realm, within your organisation, within your industry, within your field, then this message really is for you. And it is an urgent call. My name is Dion Johnson, also known as the Womanologist, and I am convinced, let me tell you about my work first. I help women in positions of power like you to develop and reclaim a deep, strong and personal sense of power and authority and confidence, so that you can influence powerfully, you can show up, you can speak up, you can shake things up within your realm. If you recognise yourself in that, I've got a message for you. I don't know how you're making sense of the season that we find ourselves in. We're talking a lot about being unprecedented. We know that there's a whole lot of confusion. We know that the new demands are high. And we know that confidence and certainty is low right now. I want you to know that this is not happening by accident, and that as women in senior leadership, we must begin to interpret what this season is trying to say to us. What is it asking of us? What is it pointing us towards? We must begin to interpret the season that we find ourselves in as people with responsibility for other people and for outcomes within our field. It's a time for us to rethink, get clear about what's going on among us. What I've learned from history, my personal history and global history, is that when something old, an old system or an old pattern or an old habit is needing to change and shift, first there is a shaking, first there is a dismantling of the old. And 2020, we saw a massive shaking. We saw the dismantling of old ways of doing things. And I think a lot of us have come to the conclusion that we won't be going back to so many things that were normal back then. But we're in a hallway, aren't we? We haven't quite made it to where we're going. We don't know what we're stepping into. We don't know what's imminent. We don't know what's to come. And I say, our people are looking at us for guidance about how to step boldly into that future, into that new normal, into that next system, way of doing things, way of being, way of producing outcomes. Further, I would say that as women in senior leadership, as authorities in our field, we get to influence what comes next. We get to speak it. We get to envision it and lead it. We get to inspire buy-in to ideas about what's next. Think about that responsibility. Think about that, the potential of that. For me, what it's saying is that we have some real chance to address some of the things that are being highlighted to us in the shaking. And in the shaking, what's coming to the top inequality, injustice, racism, sexism, genderism, poverty, death, dying, unfairness, unequalness. This is what's coming in the shaking. What's being presented to us is this. We're being asked to decide, to be the kind of leaders that will rise up to a whole new dimension of influence in the shaping of the new, in the moving ourselves forward. So strong is the shaking and so strong is the core that I don't know, I think you need a whole lot of gumption to just ignore it and just be passively enduring it. We must wake up, interpret the season and hear what it's saying to us for our field, for our sphere of influence, and respond. Get ready. Prepare to lead our people with power and authority and confidence into the unknown. It's time for us to reset. It's time for us to heal old things, reset our minds, develop our message and our vision and our insights and our ideas. It's time for us to get ready, powerful woman, influential woman. It's time for us to get ready to be a powerful contributor to the shaping of the imminent season. Old things just aren't going to cut the mustard right now. Some of the baggage that we've been carrying and getting away with carrying in leadership up until now can't go with us into this new season. I believe that it's time for us to get ready, and I want to provide you the platform where we can begin to do that. I don't have dates. I'm out here on my walk. I don't know what my diary looks like yet, but I'm going to put on in the next week or two, I'm going to put on a Prepare to Be Powerful 5-day executive challenge, and I'm inviting you to come. Let's get ready together. Let's get our heads handled. Let's ignite our evolution as influential women. Let's improve. Let's reignite our leadership. Let's get ready to lead our people with power and authority and confidence into the unknown, imminent future. Let us dream and envision together the kind of world that we want to hand over to the leaders who are following in our stead, our children and our children's children. It's time for us to prepare to be powerful. I believe this with all my heart. I'm really sorry about the roughness of this video. I'm really sorry about, I'm out of breath. But I just feel now was the time to capture this message and implore you to sign up on the link that accompanies this video. And once I get home and I sort my diary out, I'll let you know when we're meeting. 5 days, an hour a day for 5 days. Probably 8 o'clock in the evening GMT or British Summer Time, depending on the dates. Let's do this. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to lead powerfully in this imminent season to come.